they would call me Style Up, right? And I had a sticker on my windshield and it said Style Up. So one of my good friends, Josh, he was like, I was like, bro, what do I call the shop, dude? That's like catchy. And he was like, bro, your Instagram name's Style Up Strat, bro. Why don't you just call it Style Up Garage? And I was like, you're freaking right, bro. That's genius. So LLC'd it, ran with it, and everyone loved the name. My name's Strat. I'm the owner of Style Up Garage, a Japanese performance shop. We specialize in Mitsubishis, Hondas, Subarus, and just about anything Japanese. I've been doing cars for a very long time. I remember in high school, people would ask me, hey dude, can you do this to my car? And on my off period, I would work on their car at my house. At that time, you know, when I was in high school, freshman, sophomore, whatever, that was like 2003, 4, you know, so this stuff was very, I wouldn't say new, but it was super popular. And then I actually, you know, got older, got like a normal job, was doing really good at that. And the whole time I was like, man, I really don't want to do this. So I actually got a fender roller. And back then, that's when it, like, no one knew what fender rolling was. And so I saw it in Japan on a video and I was like, I can do that, right? And so I bought a fender roller with me and a few of my boys, and I started just rolling fenders for people. And after that, you know, I'd have people come to my house. I was rolling fenders Monday through Sunday, dude. 5 to 7 cars a day at $100 a pop, bro. I was going crazy. Quit my job, everything. And so I knew when I quit my job that I had to make sure my idea was going to make me a living, right? And so I did that, and when people would come to the house, they would see the cars in the garage. Again, I've always been building cars. They'd ask me, who builds your cars for you? And I'd be like, well, I do, you know what I mean? And so after that, they're like, all right, well, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do that? And that's kind of what started it, right? And so they'd come to my house, drop their cars off, I'd work on them. Well, my HOA was like, what the heck are you doing, bro? Like, we know you're running a business. There's no other way, like, you're running a business. So I was scared, but I took the leap and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get a location and just screw it. I'm gonna just put all my cards out. You know, I had no overhead rolling fenders. So the 2.5, 3 years that I rolled fenders out of my garage, it was all cash, right? Well, I found this late one night on Craigslist, and dude, the rest was history, bro. The first cars that I worked on in here was 2 S14s and a S15. And I don't think it was the first S15 in Colorado. I think there was one in the Springs. I think this was like the second S15 here. And so that was my first car that I ever worked on here. So it was also like, you know, starting the shop and having those cool cars in here already was kind of like a, oh, okay, this guy's legit. So the Integra is pretty cool. Again, it's full ground up build. So it's a 4-piston K24 long block that we got from them. 6-speed transmission. It's a shaved engine bay. That car is pretty cool. We just got the wheels on, the brakes. Another guy, Josh, it's a forward-facing Evo. I kind of built that Evo how it would be my style, you know? So it's got side exit, bumper exit, forward-facing turbo, built 2.0, built head, fuel system, haul tech, all the goodies. Again, there's a lot in the shop. It's kind of overwhelming for people sometimes when they see it. So it's like, you know, every build is different. We have a Accord in there that's pretty cool. It's a 93 Accord sedan. We did a K20 swap on it, which you don't see too often, so that's pretty hyped on that one. We have another Evo on the lift that's black. That one's doing a clutch and a whole bunch of different stuff. So the Eclipse is a good buddy of mine, Simon. He just brought it here for us to kind of go over and do some small stuff too, but it's a GSX built motor, 16G turbo, nothing too crazy. There's always so much going on, and the crazy part about it is people don't understand that it's only a team of 3 people, right? So there's only 3 of us, but we have a workload of like a shop that should have like 6 techs in it. But somehow we make it work, bro. And you know, at the end of the day, I know some cars, they do take some time for us to get done, but the end result is always a pleasure, and it's always 100, and people, you know, that's what we do it for.